Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Alright, so this is the 2021 Road King Special in the highly sought after Snake Venom. I'm sure you can see how beautiful that looks from the pre-roll stuff, but it just came back from its first demo ride, so now it is my turn. This one is equipped with RDRS too, so it's got the switchable traction control, rain mode, hill start and stop assist, which I don't know if I can find a place to test here in Florida, but you know, or not in Tampa anyway. But let's take her for a quick little rip. So the Road King Special is like, to me, it's the purest form of like Harley-Davidson touring that you can get right now. It's the full-size touring frame, suspension, the Milwaukee A114 motor. It's just the entire package without any extra frills, or I don't need the radio. I don't even need a windshield. Man. So we still have that dual bending valve front suspension, and then the new preload adjustable shocks that we got in the update back in 2017. And like, you're seeing these potholes I'm intentionally running over, and I've got no problem keeping the bike under control. Really the only difference in this motorcycle over last year, besides the paint, is the cable clutch. So it's been a pretty big point of contention over the last couple months since the 2021s were released. That Harley-Davidson changed back to the cable clutch versus the hydraulic clutch. But I'm only really seeing people have problems with it on the internet. Anybody that actually rides one that's ridden a hydraulic clutch Milwaukee 8.2, they prefer the cable clutch. It's easier. You get a lot more feedback from like where the clutch actually is, you know, in relation to the transmission. But I much prefer the feel of the cable clutch, and I know people make the argument it's a cost savings effect or a cost savings measure, but honestly it makes it a better motorcycle in my opinion. Like, the clutch pulls a lot lighter. You can actually feel where the clutch is when you're pulling the lever back, instead of the hydraulic clutch giving you almost no feedback besides just pressure. And it even looks a little bit nicer because there's just less stuff, you know. I mean, it's not perfectly symmetrical because the brake master and the clutch master reservoir, whatever thing, isn't like, you know. But I and a lot of people that have actually ridden a 2021 touring bike, we all agree that we like it better than last year for a number of reasons, including everything I just talked about. Like, I have a pre-existing like wrist injury that the clutch on my Ultras is kind of, it'll wear me out after a long time in the city. But this cable is something I can do all day, and it's not going to give me any issues. I can pull that in with 2 fingers and shift up, 2 fingers and shift down, 2 fingers and shift down. Like, it's huge for somebody like me that has issue with like the extremely heavy pull and constant pressure of the old hydraulic clutch. I mean, I've talked enough about the clutch and everything. That's really the only big feature this year. But this color is just incredible. I pulled it out this morning, and everyone flocked straight to it. Everybody was just looking at it from every angle, because no matter, like, from every different angle, it changes between a green and a purple. And it's subtle until you really look at it, and then it's just in the sun specifically, you see these big old flakes. As typical with the Harley-Davidson custom paint program, they only do a limited run of motorcycles in these custom colors like Snake Venom. So there is similar to the CVOs, there's only a limited number of these being produced. And it's not like as intense as the numbered sets are, because those are only, $1,500 per bike typically. But this is still a limited production run in the color, and every dealer might get one or two of these, or a street glide or a road glide in this color, but probably no more than a handful to each dealership. So it's going to be a pretty exclusive and highly sought after colorway, in my opinion. Something a lot of people don't know either is with a Road King that has the reflex defensive rider systems, you still get to see the information from the tire pressure monitoring system by going through the trip meter. See, that's my front tire pressure right there, my rear tire pressure right there. It's a feature not a lot of people really know exists even on a Road King. And that's in addition to the enhanced ABS traction control, torque vectoring, hill start and stop assist. So like if you're on a hill, you can actually pull it in, it'll sense it. And oh no, please, hey, at least it's a short train. It's only 8 cars. No, those are the brakes. No, please. Come on.
6.5 hours later.
We'll see if we can get the EITMS to kick in. That's the engine idle temperature management system that we received back in 2017 with that shuts down the fuel and the spark to the front cylinder and just pumps air through it, raises your idle up a little bit, but it cools down the felt heat from the rear cylinder, so that the felt heat off that pipe gets a lot lessened. Okay, come on, are we done? Can we go, please? Yeah, buddy. The Road King Special has got to be one of my favorite touring bikes in the whole lineup. Just because of the simplicity. Like, sure, having the fairing and the radio and the GPS built in and everything is nice, but at the end of the day, you don't need it to go out and ride. And it's nice, like, from my point of view, the camera's probably a little bit different, but from my point of view, I can see like my hands from the bottom of my peripheral vision. It's just like the headlight and the road ahead of me. I don't have anything separating me from the ride right now. Because sometimes it can feel like on my Ultra, like I'm still in like a little bit of a bubble, even though I'm outside on a motorcycle. It can still have that kind of effect where I don't feel as connected to the road as if I was riding like my Dyna or whatever. But this the Road King, especially the Road King Special, always holds like a special place to me of like a purely cruising touring bike. Like if I'm out of town and I want to rent a motorcycle to go to ride around on, like in North Carolina or whatever,